For centuries, the motherboard wars have been a conflict between the three major parties, ASUS, Gigabyte, and MSI, all of them battling for supremacy. And ASRock is also just kinda there. Even though they're not one of the front runners, that doesn't mean that ASRock don't make some pretty interesting motherboards, such as the ASRock Z790 Pro RS Wi-Fi, which can be all yours for just $230. Or you can get it for roughly $10 less if you don't care about having Wi-Fi, or you can get it for $20 cheaper if you don't care about either Wi-Fi or DDR5 memory, making it one of the more affordable Z790 motherboards of this generation. But what exactly do you get with it? Well, starting off with CPU power, here you get 14 plus 1 power phases rated at 50 amps, which is just okay, it's fine, it's average. Pretty good for a motherboard at this price, but nothing that makes me want to marry this motherboard, you know? And pretty much the same thing can be said about the PC situation as well, because you have one primary PC Gen 5 slot, another physical 16X slot, and two tiny 1X slots as well. Though the interesting thing is that they're actually open-ended, so as long as you're fine with having just 1x of bandwidth, you can put larger cards in there. I don't know why you'd want to, but hey, it's an option. Though the storage situation is actually pretty insane for the price, seeing how you get a whopping 4 and not 2 slots, something you don't see too often in such a budget board. And what's even crazier is the whopping 8 SATA connectors, because here I am complaining in every other video whenever a motherboard doesn't have at least 6 SATA connectors, and here ASRock gave us 8. Are you just trying to please me, ASRock? Because if you are, it's kind of working. And then there's the rear I/O, which once again is pretty much the definition of average. While the 7 USB Type A ports definitely isn't the most in the world, and the fact that only 3 of them are USB Gen 3 or faster isn't helping either. But hey, at least you do get a USB Type-C port. It's not an especially fast USB Type-C port, but at least it's something. And on top of that, you also get 2.5 gig Ethernet, Wi-Fi 6E, integrated DisplayPort, and HDMI, and sadly, only 3 audio connectors, with no optical audio option to speak of. Though at least you do get a PS2 port as a consolation prize of sorts. The thing is that ASRock is, well, ASRock. They like doing things their ways. The motherboards maybe aren't the best looking things in the world, but they still do offer quite a few good features for the price. Granted, there is some extremely tough competition, like for example the amazing Gigabyte Z790 UDAC, which I recently covered, which is even cheaper than this. But if you just happen to like ASRock's life philosophy when it comes to motherboards, then you'll probably appreciate this as well. And if you want to buy it yourself, the link to it is going to be down in the video description below. And while you're still here, maybe check out Patreon as well, because even a single $1 a month truly goes a long way, while you get awesome perks as well. And also the thank my existing patrons, Gavin Burns, Ryan, OKB, Justin Rage, Ella Roniak, Bardish Welcome, Maxum, Shane Ulcroft, Lansby, Jesse Herman, Shannon Odgen, and Level Up. Down there you can find our merch store, our Discord server, and our social media links as well. But anyway, that's it, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone, goodbye.